Hey guys, good morning. Here we are for another video lesson on our Uncut English series. So today I want to talk about something. Today I would like to tell you about a verb which I consider one of the most important verbs in English. And this verb is the verb to get. And why do I say that this verb is one of the most important? It's because this verb, it's like, when you play cards and you have that special card that we call the joker. And in when you're playing cards in a lot of games, the joker is a very powerful card because you can use the joker to replace lots of other cards. The joker can represent lots of other cards. Okay. So, the verb to get in English, I've always joked about this. The verb to get is like the joker. And why is that? Well, it's because the verb to get has got lots of different meanings. And it's really interesting because when you first start learning the language, you think that this is a problem, that you're going to have to memorize many things, and then it's going to be difficult to remember all of them. But actually, it's not like that at all. What you need to know is that the verb to get has got like three main general meanings, and then you can adapt these meanings according to the context in which the verb is used. Let me give you some examples. Right now, I'm in my car, and me and my son, he's in the back of the car here with me today, and we're going somewhere. We're going to have breakfast at a place that we enjoy going there for breakfast. Okay, and so I'm going to start using the verb to get, and then you're going to think about what different meanings it expresses, depending on the context. So, for instance, as I said, we are going somewhere to have breakfast. Okay. So right now I'm driving, but when we get there, I'm gonna stop the car. I'm gonna park my car, and we're gonna get breakfast. I think I'm gonna get a cup of coffee and probably a sandwich. My son, I think, he's gonna get, I don't know, he likes juice, so we're gonna have perhaps we're gonna get a cup of grape juice for him, and so on. So let's take a moment here. I said that when we get there, I'm going to park my car, and then we're going to get breakfast. When I get there, so the verb to get in this case, what does that mean? Well, it means to arrive. And when and then after I park my car, we're going to go to a cafe, and there we're gonna get breakfast. I'm gonna get a cup of coffee, and and my son's and I'm gonna get a sandwich. So I'm going to get. So because I'm talking about breakfast, what I'm trying to say is that I'm going to have a cup of coffee, and I'm going to have a sandwich. But I want you to understand the verb to get in this case doesn't mean have. It means to obtain, it means to buy, it means to acquire. So, the three general meanings that I want to mention here in this video is this. Meaning number one, the verb to get express the same idea, express an idea of transformation. So the verb to get express an idea of transformation. It express an idea when I say transformation, think about the verb to become. And it also expressed the idea of acquiring, obtaining something. So, for instance, suppose I'm wearing these wristbands, and suppose you like them. Suppose you think it's cool to have a black wristband like this. And then you could ask me, okay, Alfredo, where did you get this? So, where did I acquire? Where did I obtain this? So this is get with the meaning to obtain, to acquire. When I go to a place to have breakfast, and I say that I'm going to get a cup of coffee and I'm going to get a sandwich, it means that I'm going to obtain. I'm going to have, to acquire them. Okay. But you must have heard the verb to get in lots of expressions like, okay, I'm worried about my grandfather because he's getting old. Or with coronavirus, with this new disease, COVID-19, a lot of people are becoming sick. A lot of people are getting sick. So think about this. The verb to get this time, as I said, communicates the idea of transformation. So, people were not sick before, but now because of the coronavirus, people are getting sick. They're becoming. There is an element of transformation. So we have this idea of obtaining, acquiring something, and the idea of becoming something else. In other words, there's an element of transformation. If you think about these two meanings, right? These two general meanings, you are already covering a lot of ground. But then there is one more, because I told you that you have to keep in mind the three general meanings, and the last one that I like to consider, and when I explain this to my students, is that the third element is an element of flexibility, in terms of how you interpret this. And what you do is this: you keep the two basic ones, becoming and acquiring and obtaining, to adjust the third general one. Because you see, for instance, suppose that at the end of this explanation, I turn to you and I say, okay, guys, did you get this? So I'm talking about my explanation. Did you get it? Well, in this case, the verb to get means to understand. Did you get this? This specific, this characteristic of the verb to get. Did you get my explanation? In that case, what am I saying? What am I asking? Well, I'm asking you if you understood. But when I give you an explanation, when I give you a piece of information, if you understand, it's because you are absorbing, you are acquiring, you're obtaining this information, which was something that you didn't have before. So you see, I go back to the verb to acquire, to obtain. So when I say, oh, okay, I got it, meaning, okay, I understood. So what's the general message? Well, okay, I acquired that information. So you see, the third element, or the third element of meaning that I was referring to, is this flexibility. You keep the two basic ones, and you adapt the third one in terms of the situation. Let me see if I can think of one more, just to wrap up this video. Okay. So let's say you have, I don't know, a new laptop computer. But it's a laptop computer that looks very different than all the other laptop computers. and it looks very interesting. So I have one. You look at my laptop and you say, "Oh, Fredo, I've never seen anything like this. Where did you get this?" So in this case, where did you find? I mean, where did you buy this? Okay, you see, I'm adapting the meaning. But at the end of the day, we go back to the one of those two verbs. Okay, where did you obtain this? Where did you acquire this? So I would like to call this video, and this is probably going to be the text, the headlines that I'm going to put on the thumbnail, on the title of this video, which is the power of the verb to get. Because the verb to get is a very powerful verb, And if you look it up in any good dictionary, you're going to see. I remember one day, many years ago, on a paper dictionary, not an online dictionary. I remember that one day I picked up a note dictionary that I had, a big one, and I did this. I checked how many entries, how many definitions you could find in the dictionary for the verb to get, and it was really incredible because there were, like, my God, 3-4 pages of definitions for this verb. But then I remember that studying all the different uses, I confirmed that if you kind of narrow it down to 2 or 3 meanings, that's all you need to remember. Because then you adapt according to the context. And then it becomes very easy. Okay, so that was today's tip. The power of the verb to get. My name is Alfredo, and this is Uncut English. Bye. See you in our next video.